It's happening again. The Premier Soccer League presents the Telkom Knockout. An exciting, spectacular showdown. The Telkom Knockout.
That's right, still so much to come in 2014. For all of you lovers of the beautiful game, it's time for us to celebrate what really will be another exciting edition of the Telkom Knockout for 2014. It's one of the most celebrated competitions and certainly one of the richest on the African football landscape. Plenty reasons why it is that we love this competition year in and year out. Now, before we get into what it is that we can expect this time around with the live launch and the draw to be conducted here in Studio 6 on your World of Champions, that is what the excitement is all about today. And I know that you are all looking forward to finding out exactly who will be coming up against whom in October once the competition for this year gets underway. But first, a reminder of what it is that we saw transpiring in last year's edition of the Telkom Knockout. Take a look at these highlights.
The 16 teams in the PSL continued their journey, and the next stop was the Telkom Knockout. 4.25 million rand was up for grabs. Bloemfontein Celtic were the defending champions and faced a new challenge in the form of Platinum Stars. But first to the opening round, and there was a shock immediately as Golden Arrows saw off Bidvest Wits.
It's a good ball into it, Tune! And he'll claim his brace.
Due to their CAF Champions League commitments, Pirates were the last team to book their place in the last 8 after a 3-1 win over New Boys and Mpumalanga Black Aces.
Buries it! Absolutely buries it for his second of the night!
SuperSport United were the first team to book their place in the semi-finals after a 3-1 win over Maroka Swallows. The sides could not be separated after 90 minutes, but Matsatsansa showed they had the extra legs to advance in extra time. Platinum Stars Cup credentials would again be questioned as the MTN 8 champions drew Mamelodi Sundowns in the quarter-finals.
Devil eliminates one, double deflected, chance 2-1. Stars have come from behind and lead.
Again with the underdog tag, Tikwena again defied reputation. Atrocious conditions greeted Kaizer Chiefs at the Charles Mopedi Stadium as Free State Stars lay in wait. Yalakoto was certainly up for the task as they ran Amakosi ragged.
Oh, lovely ball, Blanchard! 1-1. Beautiful approach play by Kaizer Chiefs.
In the end, Itumeleng Kune showed his star quality
Denied by Kune.
as his side emerged victorious after a penalty shootout victory. Fresh from booking their place in the CAF Champions League final, Orlando Pirates welcomed Golden Arrows to the Orlando Stadium. Like lambs to the slaughter, Abafana Bestende were torn apart, with Lennox Patrella in mesmerizing form. The hitman netted his first Pirates hat-trick.
Now's the option in field, goes with Patrella! 3!
There was a repeat of the MTN 8 quarterfinals as SuperSport United and Orlando Pirates locked horns. It was to be a true battle of attrition at the Lucas Masterpieces Muribe Stadium.
Dali still breaking in, Andrila Jale! 2-1 Orlando Pirates! What a goal!
The Pirates eventually emerged victorious after 120 minutes of tense cup football. Kaizer Chiefs and Platinum Stars did battle later in the day, with a win for either side providing numerous of intriguing subplots. While they dominated proceedings at the FNB Stadium, most opportunities plagued Amakosi.
Waters looking to get the flicker and it's snuck in there!
As Tikwena made it to their second straight cup final with a 1-0 victory.
It was Semenya's very first goal at professional level that separated the two sides.
Revenge was top of the agenda for Orlando Pirates at the Mbombela Stadium, while for Platinum Stars, they were simply relishing the role of the underdog. Pirates started well, but with the Bucks 11 minutes from victory, it turned into the Mocha Kolodi Ngele show.
Now here's yet another attack. Ngele! 1-1!
continued for Fries and his group of unlikely upstarts. 2 tournaments down and 2 trophies in the cabinet. The season was not even at its halfway point, and Platinum Stars were already having the scribes licking their lips.
Wow, seems like just yesterday when Platinum Stars was celebrating really what was a sterling season. The Telkom Knockout champions then, can they successfully defend it this time around? Well, I think the other teams are going to have a thing or two to say about that. Now, remember that this time around we're going to be having 15 highly competitive encounters before, of course, we celebrate the champions. Telkom making sure that they put their money, their finances, exactly where their mouths are, and that is in celebrating the beautiful game, because they are the partners for a 9th year, and there's a reason why it is that year in and year out they continue to support this. Only the best in action. Now, it's not just about the staggering prize money. I mean, 14.2 million rands all in all on offer in this year's competition, but it's also about the beautiful trophy. Now, which team will be hoisting it? Let's remind you about this fantastic trophy. We've got all of the team representatives here in the studio, and they're chomping at the bits right now because they're taking a look at the trophy as it is walked into the studio. This is the Telkom Knockout Trophy. Remember when we celebrated it last year, it was all about convergence. It looks beautiful and certainly befitting of a champion. So we've got all of our PSL representatives, our captains standing by looking at it, and you know that they want to be that final team that will be hoisting it come November, and we're celebrating the champions of the 2014 edition of the Telkom Knockout. So without further ado, because we've got our champions here, the trophy is here as well, let's get into the draw procedure. Our draw master for today is none other than the general manager at the Premier Soccer League, Mr. Derek Blackensee. He's walking into the studio right now, taking his position, and I'm sure also in anticipation of what really will be another exciting edition of the competition. Derek, always a pleasure having you in the studio. Please take us through exactly what will be happening once the draw gets underway.
Thanks very much, Carol. As you explained earlier, this is the draw for the first round of the Telkom Knockout. So we have all 16 Premier Division teams represented, and it's a seeded draw. What do we mean by a seeded draw? The top 8 teams, the teams that finish in the top 8 positions of the Premier Division last year, are seeded. So those teams will be in this bowl here, and the unseeded teams will be here. So the idea, of course, is to keep the top 8 teams apart from each other. So the way it will work is we will draw a ball from this bowl, place it in the center without opening it, then draw from the unseeded bowl, place it in the center without opening it. Then I'll stir this bowl, and then we'll draw for home and away. So the first ball out will be the home team in each match. The second ball out will be the visiting team in each match. 8 matches, and that's how it works, Carol.
Thank you so much, Derek. Looking forward to getting into that draw. But Derek will be getting a little bit of help. It's such a great pleasure and honor to welcome into the studio now, representing the partners at Telkom. We've got the Telkom Managing Executive Branding, and that's none other than Themba Khumalo walking in. And of course, being ushered in by the beautiful Telkom ladies. Themba, welcome to the studio. We are so excited looking at what happened last year. So what can the football fans expect from this year's edition of the competition?
3 things, Carol. Firstly, you need to remember that the Telkom Knockout is the premier knockout competition in football in South Africa. We want the fans to do 2 things. 1, we want them to go to the stadium. We want fans to go back, enjoy the beautiful game live in the stadium. If it so happens that they cannot do that, in the comfort of their homes, Telkom provides fast, high-speed broadband. The soccer game is fast, it's furious, it's live. So is our broadband. So when they're at home, they'll be able to enjoy the game from the comfort of their homes and be excited and be engaged in this beautiful game.
Nice one. I'm going to be sending you away, but a very quick one. Why does Telkom feel that it's important to year in and year out be part of this wonderful partnership?
You know, in any long journey, you need to have partners that are strong. Football has been here, is part of our society. It will be here for a very long time, forever. And so will Telkom be here forever. And together we will build this beautiful game and thrill our fans and build this exciting nation of ours.
Oh, wow. Sounds
Thank you,
like a
Carol.
plan. Thank you so much, Timber. You can take your position. Of course, he's going to be standing there next to the unseeded team. And as I said, Derek certainly has help in the studio. It's not just Timber. We've also got the man at the helm of the Premier Soccer League, and that is none other than Mr. Brant de Villiers, who is here with us. Brant, come on up. Brant, I know that you are just as excited. We saw a fantastic cup competition ending, and once again, Telkom Knockout, we are poised for, this thrilling journey to continue.
Yes, Telkom has been our partners since 2006. We're not only our partners in the Telkom Cup, but also as suppliers, so we're very excited. The Telkom Cup offers the 16 teams a unique opportunity to knock each other out in 15 games. And as for the fans, last year more than 200,000 fans came to the stadiums to watch matches live, and more than 22 million people watching on TV. So the call from the PSL is to increase the numbers, both in stadium attendance as well as in as viewership.
Really exciting. Looking forward to it. You can take your position as well. So we've got all of our gentlemen that are there with Derek. We are getting ready now for the draw. So you've been asking the question, whom will be facing whom? It's over to you, Derek.
Thanks very much, Carol. So we'll start with the first ball. I think I'll just give these a good stir. As usual, the names of the teams have been placed beforehand in the various draw balls by the media. So these are the seeded teams. Brant, what I'll ask you to do is take a ball and don't open it. Put it in this bowl. So that's one seeded team. And Temba, you can pick an unseeded team. Drop it nice and gently into there so it doesn't break open. There we go. Now I'll just stir these. And I'll ask Brant to draw the home team. Home team in match number 1. That's Bidvest Wits.
So it is the clever boys, Bidvest Wits, the home team in match number 1. Smooth Vilagazi taking his position.
And Temba will draw their opponent. And that is Morocco Swallows.
So Bidvest Wits and Morocco Swallows. We've got Lefatso Tsurupa, who's here from the Dube Birds. There's the handshake of peace from the two gentlemen. Looking forward to that fixture. On to the next one, Derek.
Okay, and the seeded team to go into the center bowl. And an unseeded team, please, Temba. Thank you. And now a good stir of the two. And the home team, please. So the home team is SuperSport United. And the visiting team will be Free State Stars.
So SuperSport United, we've got Clayton Daniels there and Yalakoto Paulos Masse. The handshake of peace from the two gentlemen. Looking forward to that fixture.
Okay, the next seeded team to go into the center bowl and an unseeded team. And home team first. So the home team will be Ajax Cape Town. And traveling to the mother city will be Black Aces. And Mpumalanga Black Aces will be against Ajax Cape Town.
All right, so there we have it. Ajax Cape Town, the Urban Warriors. It's all about home ground advantage. Travis Graham relishing that fixture. On to the next one.
I missed the handshake of peace then.
It was very quick.
Very quick. Maybe not that peaceful. Into the center bowl, and Temba into the center bowl. And quick stir. All right, home team, please. Home team is Platinum Stars. And the visiting team, Chipper United. Chipper United Platinum Stars.
All right, so we asked the question, will the defending champions be able to do it? Vuyo Mire says, oh yes, but Chipper United's Andy Lembenyane has a thing to say about that.
Right, another seeded team to the centre bowl and an unseeded team, please, Temba. These are good stir. Home team. It's like the roulette wheel. So, Mamelodi Sundowns will be at home. University of Pretoria, Tshwane Derby.
So we've got the Tshwane Derby, alias Skirt and Tebogo Munyai. Looking forward to that one. Thanks, gentlemen.
Another seeded team. And an unseeded team. Thanks, Timber. Home team. Kaizer Chiefs will be at home. And visiting Kaizer Chiefs will be Maritzburg United.
So Maritzburg United will be visiting Kaizer Chiefs. It's going to be a tough one, Ashley.
2 matches to go. Home team into the centre bowl. Not a home team, a seeded team. Seeded, unseeded. Here we go for the home team. So playing at home in the second last match is Orlando Pirates. And who will be visiting the Buccaneers? Polokwane City.
Tapelo, it's going to be a difficult one here. Luckily, Khwati taking up the challenge. Orlando Pirates and Polokwane City.
Right, last match. One seeded team in the middle. And an unseeded team. Last stir. And let's see who's at home between Amazulu and Bloemfontein Celtic. Let's see who's at home. Amazulu are at home. And just to confirm, this should be Bloemfontein Celtic. And indeed it is.
So there we have it, Joe Mukhorosi, as well as Carlington Yadombo. It is Carlington Amazulu that has the home ground advantage. And that completes our draw. Big thank you to our dignitaries, our draw master, sterling job. As always, Derek, thank you so much for that. And a big thanks as well to Brunt, as well as, of course, the partners, and that is Telkom. So, exciting fixtures. Just a reminder of exactly what will be happening there. I know a lot of you already talking about some of the subplots there. It's all about home ground advantage. That is going to be absolutely critical for the teams that are able to manage that. Remember, it's a knockout. So, these teams really have to put it all out on the line to be able to progress in this competition. We're standing by for some mouth-watering fixtures, 15 of them before we celebrate the champions for 2014. So if you missed it, make a note of the fixtures to look out for in under 2 weeks' time. Take a look. All right, so Amazulu up against Bloemfontein Celtic. Bidvest Vids. Remember, we're saying home ground advantage, and we know what the Clever Boys can do there. And up against Morocco Swallows. SuperSport United. Matsatsansa Apitoli will be facing off with Yalakoto Free State Stars. The Urban Warriors are very happy to be playing in the Fairest Cape. and they will be welcoming Mpumalanga Black Aces. What is it that Mpumalanga Black Aces can do there? Then Platinum Stars, defending champions. Can they do it again this time around? Well, in that first round, they'll be coming up against Chippa United. Then Mamelodi Sundowns playing at home. It is the Tshwane Derby. So we want to see the support coming out at the Lucas Masterpieces Muripe Stadium up against University of Pretoria. Maritzburg United visiting Kaizer Chiefs and Polokwane City and Orlando Pirates. So, you know, all of the fixtures, October is when, of course, they are going to get underway. As I said, just under 2 weeks to go. The teams are ready, standing by. And, of course, it's all for that beautiful trophy and the pride of being ultimately crowned as the Telkom Knockout champions. Your future starts today. So I'm sure that the preparations are already going to start for all of these teams now that they know exactly whom they will be facing off with. So talk about it on Twitter, hashtag TKO, as we build up to this exciting one. Another live production here on your World of Champions. It's going to be fantastic. And looking at all of the excitement that we saw last season, it can only get bigger and better. Looking forward to seeing all of you turning out at the venues for these big fixtures. It's a wrap for myself, Simply Carol, and the team here on your World of Champions. Talk about it, the Telkom Knockout 2014. Looking forward to the live action and, of course, all of you supporting these teams, these captains, once the action gets underway. Goodbye.
It's happening again. The Premier Soccer League presents the Telkom Knockout. An exciting, spectacular showdown. The Telkom Knockout. Telkom Knockout.